Hey guys, Tails here, back with another video. I'm back in my Okami world once again, letting you guys know a little bit about what's up. As you may note, very fast, doggo mouths are fixed. I got the semi-updated version, I think, of the Shiba avatar, and converted every single dog. It wasn't so bad with this one because I just had to build another prefab once and then swap out all the textures and stuff for each dog because they're pretty much the same. All the work was already done. This is kind of a pain in the butt having to remember to copy over the blueprint. This is Umi, by the way, the one that I stole and was temporarily public, and I just noticed that I accidentally when I was uploading this update, I accidentally uploaded it for Chi, because Chi is always the first one that I work on, just because it's the first on my list, and it's the one I started with way back when. I don't know why. Actually, no, maybe Umi was the one I started with. I don't remember. It was probably Umi, that's why I keep it. I like Umi. Umi has a cool design. Sorry, this one's mine. But anyway, yeah, I had to do that, and then I'd been to work. I was already tired coming home, and then I didn't intend to go and fix all 7 dogs, but I had to because, my world is kind of live, and the avatars are kind of a big deal. I'm like, okay, we're going in. I'm at least going to get, like, I think it's 7. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 7. We'll say 7. It's probably 6 or something of the temple dogs, all updated. Had to obviously redo fizz bones and stuff for the new models. I noticed that the tail on these dogs isn't really wagging or moving much. Gonna fix that, easy fix, not a problem. But again, I have to update all the dogs again. Amy obviously has a different tail. That was perfectly fine. Speaking of, I was tired. I uploaded all those 7 dogs. I had work the next day. And then I made the mistake of starting work on Amy, and then I basically had to rebuild Amy from scratch in one night. Not necessarily from scratch, but I had to move the arm fins and stuff over to the new dog. It's literally like it's still a Shiba, but it's a different version of the Shiba, so it's not just like a case of I basically rebuilt Amy. I actually like this version better. Obviously, it's a rebuild. It's a lot cleaner. 2.0 Amy, a lot sleeker. Everything, surprisingly, is it's a lot more like I went extra more than I needed to, especially at like 12 o'clock at night. I was there. I was in it. I was doing it. So I just started fixing up like all the textures and fixing up the particle effects and whatnot. So I was able to push that update out, thankfully. Shiri took at least another day. Like I did Amy, and I'm like, you know what, Shiri, I love you, but sorry, you're being pushed back to like tomorrow. And then like the next day after work, I was able to get Shiri done. Of course, Shiri is basically just Amy, but I had to again move the textures over and the particles and make sure I had the right gestures and effects and stuff all on the wheel. There have been a few builds of these avatars where I've had them mixed up, and I've noticed, and I don't think they were out long enough for other people to notice, thankfully, but a couple of broken things here and there. But right now, as far as I'm aware, the avatars are finally where they should be. I also put the four-legged Amy back in the world. Like, I have the dog. You can't see it, but over there's an Amaterasu that's like animated when you come in, and it has the run animation. And I went ahead and I'm like, well, I have these animations, so I put them on a model and then uploaded them. Okay, so I cannot put that avatar into 3.0. I was going to show you guys, but unfortunately I deleted the model from my list. But basically, the way the animations are done on that, how like when you exit and enter an animation, like sitting, standing in 2.0, and it just goes from like A to B to like whatever. Well, let's just say that one will be like running in its run animation, and then I go to stop, and instead of like, going to like its idle pose, it will just like be mid-run. And then if I try to sit, it will like tilt upwards and still be in mid-run. And then if I try to lie down, it'll just go and that's essentially how that went. And I really I can't set root animations or anything on it because of the type of animation it was, and I'm like, you know what? I can literally just add like a lie down animation to what I already have. So screw it, I just put the old one back in. Hopefully, somewhere down the line it doesn't become redundant, because as of right now there's literally no way I can like redo it. I'm not reanimating, sorry. I'm such a novice animator. Like I've never been like professionally trained or had lessons. My animating is basically watching a video, try to replicate it the best I can. Not the smoothest work, but it's functional, and that's all I'm going for. Oh, also with these avatars, with the new doggo, there was like 1 or 2 new gestures, and I just slapped those on and mapped them to what I felt was best. Rock on, wide eyes, thumbs up, sad face, because you don't really want to be accidentally triggering sad face. That's why I put it on thumbs up. This is just my preference. And then point, of course. And then I added my own, like a smirk. Like, I love this gesture. It's like my favorite thing. And yeah, you can also like do the fizz bones pose ear thing if you so desire. I don't know how to exit out of it. Yeah, that works. Okay, so yeah, everything 3.0. We got a fancy new thumbnail in this world because my old one was kind of getting cut off from the thumbnail menu, and the original design had the logo too big to the point where it wasn't easy for me to make it smaller. So I just remade that, and it was kind of like, we needed an update anyway. Like, I'm here updating the world. That one was kind of old, kind of janky. Like, we needed a new, fresh, new look. In the next update, I'll be putting the new logo into the animation when you spawn into the world. It's currently not in there because I pushed like 4 updates today, and I'm like, I just probably just lay off. People might. I don't even know how much attention people pay to that, but I'm not gonna spam the updates. Okay, guys, it's not happening. I've updated you. You won't be able to see it, maybe, but when you first join the world, if you look at the petals, when the petals spawn in, updated the textures on that. They look infinitely better now, like more like the original game, which is cool. Giant tree over there. I fixed up the textures on that. It doesn't look half as crusty now. There's still maybe 1 or 2 fixes I gotta do on it, but it's significantly less crusty. Except at night, there's always a white line around it. I don't know why. I can't get rid of it. It's whatever. But happy to finally get that done, because that was even bothering me back when I first started building the world, but I just didn't have the effort to try and fix it. What else have I been doing? Just really a lot of texture updates and model updates. That's pretty much it. Oh, I also have other avatars, doggos, that that are waiting in the wings. Also need to be rebuilt into 3.0. One of them can be. Second one cannot probably be built into 3.0 because it's going to have the same mouth issue, but it's kind of more custom, so I can't exactly just slap a sheep in and call it a day. Like, it's not that simple. So I'm probably going to keep that one at 2.0. But anyway, I have at least 2 more avatars and some stuff I maybe want to do when I'm ready to drop those. If I can and have the will to do so. Depends how bothered I am. Like, I've always, even back when I first made these avatars, like 2 years ago, I had a plan, and then you realize how much effort it's going to be, and you're just kind of like but then once I start something, I'm kind of just away. It's just starting. But I think for the last week, I've literally just been like rebuilding this place, and that has been my focus, making sure things are functional, basic, upgrading textures, making everything look prettier. The trees were a lot duller pink before. Now I've made them like shiny and sparkly, and they're pretty. I'm just like looking at these textures that I'm upgrading now. I'm like, why did I not? I guess it's because I was just kind of tired from building everything. And now I'm at the stage where I can just kind of like tweak and fix it and just make living a little better, and then add the extra. Like, I've done the hard stuff essentially, and I can just start doing the little fun tweaks and whatever. See where the world goes. I get asked what the plans are. I don't really know. I have plans. Whether they are successfully implemented, we shall see. But I'd like to do more video updates like this in the future, so keep an eye on that. Like, I'm making this world. I want to tell people about it. I want to show people what I've done. Like, I spent all this time making it. That was part of the problem last time. Is like people were in my world, but I didn't have a platform to really talk about it. It was kind of like pushing update after update. Like, I got the feedback by going to public instances sometimes, but half the time, you know, anxiety, I wouldn't really talk to anybody, and I just kind of like run around and watch them run wild and free. Children, go forth into the land, run wild. And you know, that was basically that. But you know, now that I have this YouTube channel, I can talk about it a little more, let you guys know what's going on, and I think that'll be a fun little side quest, if you will. I mean, for the content, right? It's another thing too, is if I have incentive, like I can get content out of my own content, then there you go. That's incentive for me to keep working on the world. Not that, you know, I liked the idea of people just coming here to chill and hang out, enjoy everything that I've suffered and cried. Well, not literally, but mentally cried over to create. Even just knowing people just drop by here and have a good time, hang out, enjoy the God Mirror vibe. Like, that's the whole purpose. The fun is in making the world. That's why I started, obviously. And, yeah. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, yeah. We are El Fuego. We have gone up to 4 flames. I am doing a 4, but, you know, sheep hands. 4. We are on fire by 4. I'm not exactly sure what the flame thing means. You know, you get those little flames that pop up in your world, like 1 through 5, to tell like how on fire your world is, I guess. I'm at a 4. I assume when I hit 5, my world just implodes and gets removed from Vrchat. So, yay. 4 flames. We on fire. So obviously, the only way your world gets pushed in Vrchat is if you're like super popular and people are constantly visiting your world. And if not, you just like, unless you're updating, your world isn't getting seen. And even when you update, it's up there for like 30 minutes or something, and then some 5 other people will shove out an update, and then, you know, you just slowly get pushed down as time goes on. And then I've noticed too, like, I didn't notice it before I was making my own world, how often people update. I'm like, how much are you doing to this world? And are you actually updating, or are you just like, I need some more attention on my world. Boop. They just boop. I need that update. Boop. Yep. Come to my world. Everybody see my world. Like, I don't know how much of that is going on. Whenever I push an update, there's usually at least, you know, like my avatars are updated, or, you know, there's something. I've updated a texture. I have a reason to update. I don't. Whatever. You do you. Not my issue. Let's see. Anything else I need to add before I close this video? I don't really think so. So I'm gonna end the video here. Oh yeah. You know how I said I was gonna update the skybox at night? Did that. Updated the skybox for the night times. It's nothing too big, but it's just better. And again, the moon looks a lot less crusty because the white outline is gone, and there's a few more stars in the sky, and you know, it looks better. It's not amazing. Like, I'm trying to recreate night in Okami, obviously. And night in Okami is usually just like a black screen with dots for stars and a moon. Like, I was trying to find screens of a more interesting, like, Okami night to reference. I'm like, well, most of them just seem to be like a black sky. So I guess I'm just gonna roll with that. So, darkness, black sky. I mean, it kind of works too because you get the fireworks. They add a bit of color, which is kind of, well, I actually have the fireworks in there because of, the end scene when they're all celebrating and like fireworks are going off in the first village. That's mostly why I had that, and it's also nice because colors. P.S. If you're ever wondering why you can't turn the fireworks off, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but why you have to have them on with night is because, one, they look terrible in the day, and two, they're linked to the night button. So if I put in a button that allows you to toggle fireworks, things are gonna break. Like, it will set the fireworks to true when you turn it to night, and then if you set them to false during the night, and then you hit the night button, it's gonna set them to true, and then you're gonna be in daylight with fireworks, and it's just gonna spiral from there. Ask me how I know. Tried it, had a feeling it wouldn't work, did it anyway, and for science, I can tell you that it didn't work when I was building the world. So there you go. Yay. What else? How often I'm going to keep updating this world. Like, I keep feeling like, I've hit a point where it's like I've been going hard for like a week now. I'm like, I need a break. But then I'll be bored and I'll just pick it up again and just be like, whatever. It's killing time and it's fun. Why not? So who knows how long I'll have the motivation to keep doing this. Whenever I do anything, okay, you guys are going to notice this really quick, okay? I tend to bounce between things a lot. So as a creator, I'll focus on my comic series Tame on Webtoon, by the way. Link in the description. Segue there. My own comic series Tame, I'll focus on that for like probably weeks or months at a time. And then it'll just be like Vrchat, Pokemon Unite, and then probably this world now. A lot of incentive for me to work on this world is to see people visiting it, obviously, and the insane amount of, like, so many people have favorited this world already. Like, I've only really been pushing it for like a week, and I think I've gained, like, for a world that has been dead for 2 years and no one really knows about, I've gained at least over 200 favorites in like a week, which is insane. So that's cool. I don't know how many visits I've had, but it's obviously been a fair amount. I always get like good feedback about this world, which I'm pleased to hear. People enjoy the vibes here. I enjoy it here. Like, when I'm editing worlds, you know how you go and check your world and log out, and then continue building. I'll sometimes leave the world running in the background just so I can listen to the music. I prefer the night modes. By the way, night mode in desktop runs really smooth for me. Night mode in VR, a little chuggy, but it's still tolerable. But God, I wish it was that smooth in VR. It hasn't been that long since I made a video about the world, so there's not really that much to update. But I have been working hard. Shibas are all good to go. Tail wagging will be fixed. Do not worry about that. Everything else is running smooth. There's nothing else I need to urgently fix. So once tail wagging is done, that's kind of an essential, let's be real. Once tail wagging is fixed, who knows, the sky's the limit. Spyro, quote, end quote. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for all the support, by the way, that's been going on here lately. Over 200 subscribers. That's insane. Crazy. I'm loving the comments and the feedback. I read every single one of them. I love seeing it. I love the positivity around here. Thanks for that. Appreciate that, as always. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Good boy.
Hey, Mr. Mystery, tell me your intention.